beautiful evening to you that is listening to us now on Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. This is the Missing Link, a program designed to ensure that young people have a holistic development. And one will be asking, is it just a drive? Yes, it's a drive of the heart to build youth development initiative whose founders are Onyinye Ralph Nwachukwu and Father Augustine Obi. Victoria Chie is my name, and I am super elated to welcome you to another beautiful edition. All right, without wasting your time, I am not alone in the studio today. I am with the phenomenal Onyinye Ralph. Maya, welcome to the program.
This word, very heavy. Well, good to be back in the studios again. Thank you very much, Victoria. Good evening, listeners.
All right, thank you so much. Would you do us the honor, at least, of introducing your friend?
He's my friend. He's also your friend. Well, we have in the studio one of our very great sponsors and partners. When we had our flag off sometime on July 30th, I'm talking about the only network that goes wherever you are. I'm talking about MTN Nigeria. They were so good to us. I mean, at the operator, Ifeanyi will tell us why he is here.
Okay, thank you very much. Ifeanyi, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, moving on. We are discussing the topic, young people and kidney failure. Now, I looked forward to this topic because I know that every young person right now will definitely learn something from today's program. So sit tight and make sure you have your pen and paper. Get ready to receive knowledge and value. Okay, so our guest today is no other than Dr. Ade Fakwanle, a consultant nephrologist, Zenith Medical and Kidney Center, Abuja. Sir, you're welcome to the program. It's a really bad day, but we'll get back to Dr. Ade shortly after this break. Shortly after this. Today, we must definitely learn about this thing called kidney failure and young people. So, Dr. Ade, can you hear me now? Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome to the program. Hello, Dr. Ade.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much.
All right. So, today we'll be looking at young people and kidney failure. Now, Dr. Ade, would you mind to explain to us what kidney failure is all about?
So, kidney failure simply means the inability of the kidneys to perform and do what it's supposed to do as at the time required. The certain things also helps in making sure that we have enough blood in the body. Also produces the hormones or regulates the hormones, ensuring that we have strong bones. It also ensures that the body is in a state of complete. If the kidneys cannot live up to these expectations on a day-to-day basis, on a time-to-time basis, then we say the kidney has failed. Yeah.
Okay, so we said the kidney has failed when those particular performances that you're supposed to have, that it's not happening. Now, are there stages in this kidney failure? Are there stages?
Well, so there are different types of kidney failure. There are some that happen, what we call as the acute kidney injury or acute kidney failure, and then there's one that's called chronic kidney disease or the chronic kidney failure. If I have to use the terminology you're using, but the right term is chronic kidney disease. The chronic kidney disease will happen over time. And it's in stages, from a stage 1 to a stage 2 to a stage 3 to a stage 4. Eventually, by then it's stage 5. Then it gets to a stage 5. We say that the kidney is now in the end stage renal state, and it has lost completely all its functions. And so that's the last stage of the chronic kidney disease. The acute kidney disease, when you take out the acute kidney insult or you treat the thing precipitating the acute thing, the kidneys will recover and will start doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay. All right, Doc, it seems like you just explained in bits, but I know that someone will want to find out, is kidney failure hereditary?
Some causes of kidney disease or kidney failure can be hereditary. So it can go on from generation to generation to generation, it can pass on from the father or from the mother down to the child. So yes, it can be. Some causes can be hereditary. There's always a trigger. There's always something responsible for causing a kidney failure. And so some of these causes definitely can be hereditary. Yeah.
Well, Doc, I was just about asking you some very basic questions. Kidney failure is becoming very, very common among young people. And that is why this initiative wanted to, get the very best advice from a consultant of that international repute that you are. Doc, what are those basic things that can predispose someone to having kidney failure, particularly young people?
So the peculiarities of kidney disease, or what we say chronic kidney disease in young people, will be, of course, like you rightly said before, the genetic or the hereditary causes. And so in a state of what they call, the common one is the autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease, where you just have like many balls or balloons all in the kidney. This, if not, is not well managed, can cause kidney disease. Not due to a young person's fault, but due to the fact that he's been born in a family whereby either the father or mother has some of these cysts there, and this can lead to kidney failure. Then, of course, lifestyle habits adopted by young people too, particularly indiscriminate use of some herbal concoctions just to make yourself strong and to be able to perform, or indiscriminate use of medications without a proper prescription and proper follow-up, indiscriminate bleaching, application of bleaching agents just to make yourself
look attractive.
Attractive. These are things that, because of the kind of pressures we face, then even in young people too, because of course some of them, because also as contributory things done from the hereditary perspective, hypertension, uncontrolled hypertension, and uncontrolled diabetes. Of course, these are leading causes all over the world, whether young or old. But we see that some young people so come down with uncontrolled, have hypertension and have diabetes, which can also cause and be a trigger for kidney failure. It can cause kidney failure in young people too. Yeah.
All right. So, Doc, you are a fellow of the African Institute of Public Health and a fellow of the Natural Post Medical College. In your wealth of experience, what would you say could be the reason why some people have not been able to treat the challenges with kidney failure?
Not being able to treat, like I explained to you, you can treat some causes of kidney failure. That's the acute kidney injury. Those ones can be treated. All you just need to do is to be sure that you take out the trigger and the kidneys will come back again to shape. But the worry has always been the chronic kidney disease, whereby at the moment, because of its definition, which is a progressive and irreversible damage to the kidneys, taking place over at least a period of 3 months. Those ones, obviously, at the end result, if it's not well managed, it now leads to a state whereby the individual loses his kidneys. And the only options of management will be either to be on dialysis or to get a treatment or to get a kidney transplant, which it's not easy sometimes, but at least the quality of life will be better. Because of the multifactorial, you for managing kidney disease, you need to identify what's the cause, what's the agent. It's beyond just saying you're managing chronic kidney disease. You also have to look at, particularly in the early stages of chronic kidney disease, you have to look to find out what exactly is responsible for this chronic kidney disease in this individual. It's hypertension, it's diabetics, it's the drugs, it's this, and then so that you can help you to re-strategize and refocus and replan and know exactly what to do, so that it doesn't get to a stage whereby there's really nothing you can do. Because trust me, like we say, chronic kidney disease has no cure. There are only management strategies in managing it, and the only good thing at the end of this, pick up this thing early, and the only way to be able to at least slow down whatever progression the individual might be subjected to.
Well, Dr. Ade, I just have a little concern. Let's take a bit back out to 10, 20 years back.
Yes.
The issue of kidney failures among young people wasn't very common. What do you think is actually responsible with the increase we're having nowadays? I mean, you find very young people at very early stages coming down with very chronic kidney diseases or acute ones, and having to go through dialysis and maybe kidney transplant. I mean, what is actually going on? Is it from the air? Is it from what we eat? What is actually responsible for the increase we have? Yeah.
Like Stacey said, what we'll be saying, there's a population, don't forget, again, there's also a population we're increasing. The number of people in the world, and even every country, many countries are increasing, and many more children. There's a lot of pressure again from the side to be to make it early, to succeed early. Young people are also exposed, they are not also getting enough time to rest. There's a lot of peer pressure to fit in to what the society expects of you. You don't also have time to also check yourself. Aside the genetic component, like I explained to you, due to no fault of theirs, but even if the genetic component is there, some of this you should try and check yourself a bit earlier, and some of these diagnoses early, then you can probably slow down whatever progression. But we're not even having time to check ourselves. Well, we're always on the road. We are trying to catch up, we're trying to meet up, so it's a combination of just so many genetic and environmental components all coming into place, and there's of course there's a population boom, particularly in third world countries where people still have uncontrolled number of children, and you see that perhaps also people are also not having time to also take care of their children as it were. But short boom, and there's a lot of pressure, and so because you're also trying to be under pressure, people are taking things they're not supposed to take. People are taking more drugs to be able to stay more awake. Young people are coming down with high blood pressure. Young people are coming down with just high blood pressure. Why would you think it was strange? But young people are coming down really with high blood pressure. Young people are taking drugs indiscriminately, just taking it anyhow, just to be able to, because there's much pressure. I have a headache, I have this, I just go to the counter, just take this drug, just take it. Oh, I'm not sleeping well. You load yourself with several drugs, you're not even sure about the effect on the kidneys. They just tell you it's working. Oh, then also the pressure of also trying to satisfy a woman too. You also go and take a lot of herbal concussion just to be able to take all of these things and then take it together. You don't even have an idea of what exactly is doing on the kidneys. We are living such a very high-octane, high-pressured life. And you see people come down, and then of course maybe your kidneys are already at risk because of the genetic components already, and then you have these add-ons together, and it just speeds up a decline in your kidney function, and then losing your kidney. Of course, you see some people say, "Oh, I've not done. I don't smoke. I don't drink." And I know some of these things we see them in medicine due to no fault of theirs. That's where the genetic component is coming into place. But again, majority of cases, we see a lot of add-on from all sorts of different environmental influences. I always tell people, don't just take anything anyhow. You must be certain, you must have the inquisitive minds. Is this thing metabolized and broken down by the kidneys before you take it, or there, so that you are sure of what you're taking to safeguard your kidneys at the long run?
Well, Doc, just a quick one. Does alcohol have any role? I remember that you always say smoking is detrimental to your health. Alcohol intake and smoking.
Yes, smoking is absolutely no. That's not just for the kidney, for other body organs. Alcohol does not have like a direct effect on the kidney in terms of a negative effect, indirect. But maybe an indirect effect when things have happened, that maybe because you take so much and then you're uncoordinated, and because of that you go and take some other things and all that, as it were. But in terms of the direct effect, in terms of you losing your kidneys from taking alcohol directly, no, there's no substantiated evidence in that regard, because most of the alcohol is excreted directly, metabolized, broken down by the liver. So you can have more problems with the liver in the long run if you take alcohol in large quantities. Not really directly with the liver. That would be kidneys.
All right, thank you so much, Doc. Now, is it true that one can actually live with one kidney?
Oh, sure. Now, yes, God being so merciful and gracious unto all of us has decided to bless everyone with 2 kidneys. You can do very well on 1 kidney. There are the number of people living well on a kidney.
Wow.
Yeah, the kidney can do the job expected and make you live well and do what you're supposed to do.
Okay, so Doc, with your wealth of experience and the fact that you know that our country is experiencing a level of inflation, how would you, or what would be your advice to someone who is dealing with this? Because I hear that the cost of kidney transplant is very exorbitant.
Why?
How would one be able to manage with their little resources, and what are those steps you would advise the person who is living with a kidney failure to go ahead with?
Just before that, Doc,
Okay.
as you answer that question, do we have facilities for transplant in Nigeria?
Yes. We have facilities for transplants in Nigeria. Yes. I mean, we do a lot of transplants in Nigeria. That's done. Yes, we do that.
Are you talking about Zenith, or are you talking in general terms about tertiary health institutions?
Zenith Hospital, there are quite a number of other hospitals that do kidney transplants in Nigeria. We have made many years in terms of the volume, number of patients that we do, but there are a few other hospitals that do kidney transplants in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. All right, so please go ahead. How would you advise, or what would be your advice to the person who is living with kidney failure and the little resources?
Affordability.
Yes.
All over the world, kidney disease is quite expensive. Maybe the only other thing differently would be maybe in the developed world, there's a lot of insurance to take care of their patients here, which is not something we have here. So, kidney diseases on your own, it sucks a lot of money away from your pockets. It's quite expensive. It's from baby governments to be able to help strengthen insurance here, and take off people, so you don't have to pay off from your pockets for dialysis, because dialysis is quite expensive. Imagine you having to subject yourself to 3 times sessions of dialysis every week. You will spend a minimum close to over 100,000 naira, aside the drugs that you would have to buy just to keep yourself going. So it's quite expensive. The common man definitely cannot in any way do that. If you're in the end stage renal disease by yourself and you have to pay from your pocket, it's a lot of money you are spending of yourself. And trust me, many people are doing that because, of course, there's virtually very little very strong insurance to take care of people in that regard. We hope at some point in time, government will be able to help look into this area and see how they can provide insurance services and take this off the pockets of people so they don't have to pay for this, and subsidize medications for people who get to do transplants.
Wow.
At the end of the day.
Quite scary.
Yeah. Okay, that means that everyone should definitely take care of themselves. But before you get to let us know what are the preventive measures, we're about to open the phone line so that each person who is listening right now, a young person, could call in and ask any other question the person feels it's challenging based on kidney failure. The numbers are 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. The SMS line is 0906 510 8289. Call in and ask Dr. Ade any question relating to kidney failure. Okay, so while we wait for the calls to come in, Dr. Ade, please do well to help us out with at least 2 preventive measures that is related or that helps to make sure that kidney failure is very far from us.
Is averted.
Well, like I said, you must be aware. The first rule to living well is the rule to understand self-preservation. You want to live well, then you have to understand the fact that you also need to learn how to take care of yourself, have self-awareness. You can't just take anything anyhow. You just should not take anything anyhow. Even things as basic as taking drugs down in that registration here that you see around. Education, information. You can't just go to a bus park or go to the coffee counter and just take all sorts of painkillers on yourself and take things indiscriminately. No, it's not done. You just don't want to go and look so white, and then you go and take some things to make you, and you know that this will like the liver, by the kidney. It's not nice. So I mean, no, I mean, you just don't go and just keep smoking.
Even the latest shisha, you know.
Yeah. You just don't do that. You don't even understand whether you already have your body, your kidneys are already at risk. Then you're having this add-on of just smoking anything anyhow. Of course, you're putting your body at risk. You can't wake up every day and not take enough water. That's what God so merciful has blessed nature with water. Stay hydrated. That's even basic. Take out to 3 liters to 3 liters of water every day. I mean, it's basic, it's natural. Drink water every day. That's foundational. Don't take it discriminately. Whenever somebody prescribes it, is it excreted by the kidneys? Is there a way you adjust the dose? Am I on the safe side? So just basic self-information keys will help you. If they tell you hypertensive and it's not a thing to say God forbid or something, go and get drugs and test yourself. Even if a miracle has taken place, be sure the miracle has taken place. Confirm that. I mean, even without drugs or outside the drugs, don't just say, because hypertension, if they tell you hypertension based on science can only be managed but cannot be cured. And we know that all over the world, hypertension is the number one cause of kidney failure. So you need to also follow up on that, so that it doesn't get to a state of, it's not getting controlled and it damages the kidney. No, control it. They say you're diabetic, early diabetic type 1 particularly, that starts from early childhood or childhood. Make sure it's controlled. Get specialist help in that regard to ensure that it's controlled so it doesn't get to the state of also causing kidney failure. So these are small things. Don't take salt anyhow. Don't get too over time. Don't eat. I mean, as you grow older, don't focus so much on carbohydrates, carbs, huge carbs, and take things. Huge carbs. No, you also need to factor in that this body needs to be serviced. And there are certain ages that are not good for it, that will make it you go, that can in every way injure the kidneys that you have there.
Okay.
A whole lot.
Now, Doc, when you mentioned carbohydrates, I just did one kind of sign in my heart, like with the way the food is in Nigeria and access to it, one can actually count how many times a person consumes carbohydrates without even knowing. It's like bread in the morning, rice in the afternoon, and that's just what you have. Well, the Lord will help us in this country.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ade. Now, I want to find out, do you have a training? Do you have a platform where someone can actually go to, or are you going to drop a link here on the Hearts to Build Youth Development Initiative where young people can actually click and go through this particular thing that we've talked about and also understand their kidney and how it functions?
Well, they can actually follow me up on Instagram. I have like an active social media platform there, the Kidney Doctor, where as much as possible I release a few write-ups on kidney diseases every week. So the Kidney Doctor, it's on Instagram. I mean, they will find some useful tips on that if you want to learn more about the kidneys on that platform.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ade. It's been beautiful and enlightening to hear you talk about kidney failure and how it affects young people and also preventive measures. We appreciate you so much.
Just before you go, Dr. Ade, I hope you'll be available next time I disturb you to come in and talk to us again.
Well, it's all right.
I mean, a lot of things.
There is a whole lot.
A lot of things. Thank you very much, Dr. Ade. Thank you.
All right, Anthony, over to you. I think it will be time for you to, let Mr. Ifeanyi let us know.
Yes, this looks very attractive. It's not a phone. Even though it looks like a phone.
If it was a phone, who's going to carry it?
But I remember that was the time we had this kind of heavy device
I
phones.
know.
But Ifeanyi, tell us more about this thing. I remember that on July 30th, when we had the flag of the Heart to Build initiative, MTN was so kind to give free POS machines to some of the attendees, and these persons, had actually sent in their details, and we're about to do that. So now these things have been created, and they're here ready to hand over these gadgets to the beneficiaries. So that is why we are here to say that MTN is back with these devices, and they're going to give it to us. If I don't know if you want to say anything on this.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. MTN Nigeria always keep to their words. Though due to time and logistics and screening, discovered that some of the information the participants gave were not good. But for now, we have, I think, up to 11 units that are available.
Okay.
Other ones are still in progress.
Okay.
So for those that we are not able to get theirs, you can still reach out to Madam Onyi and with your contact so that he will reach us, so that we'll now communicate to you where the missing link is, so that you will
I like that.
you can channel in as you really wanted. Thank you.
Okay, so
we're going to drop actually the names on our Facebook page so that they can also get to know that and share it more on the social media, so that those, by the way, the beneficiaries that are successful have been reached. They've been sent, some SMS to alert them to come for to pick this item. So, but we'll also go out of our way to do this on our social media platforms. I know you didn't get. I didn't also get. I don't even know how to put these machines, but it's so kind of them to have given these things gratis at no cost to How to Build and to the beneficiaries. MTN, everywhere you go.
all right, thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you, Mr. Ifeanyi. The phone lines are suddenly buzzing. Where were you when
All
we
this
were
while.
asking you to call in? What you have to do is that every Saturday you just stay by your radio set by 4 p.m. so that you will get the time to call in, so that we can interact with you and you also gain value.
But just to assure our listeners that we're going to bring back Dr. Ade sometime soon. Not next Saturday, but this guy is crazily busy. We're going to bring him back so that he can also educate us more, and then you'll be able to ask your questions at the right time.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ade. Thank you for joining us on the program. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony Raf. Thank you, Mr. Ifeanyi. Till some other time when we will sit to discuss another interesting did I say that? Interesting
Wow.
topic.
Yes.
Please make sure that you do not touch your dial. This is Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. Victoria Chie is my name. Have a very beautiful afternoon.